So here we are again. And this time,
again.
as you may be able to tell by the intro, which I hope I found, man, this is going to be embarrassing if not.
If you didn't find it, there'll be,
Then it's just our regular music. Hooray! We're going to talk a little bit about the old Vidjeo Gaems.
Yeah, we like the Vidjeo Gaems.
Certainly my collection... I certainly like collecting video games. Playing them seems to be something of an afterthought.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I wanted to talk about was kind of different modes of consumption now. I think we'll basically be of the same era.
Yeah, brilliant.
Whereby my first console was Mega Drive. What was yours?
I didn't have a console growing up.
Did you have one? Did you have friends that you went around and played there?
Yeah, I'd go around to mate's house and we'd have I remember Mega Drive. I remember PS1, and I remember N64. My friend who had an N64. Looking back on it, was really cool because she had an N64 and her dad had an Alfa Romeo Spider. Yeah.
Shit, 90s kid.
I'm like, why didn't I not do something about that?
Yeah.
That would have been... I could have locked that down.
Man, you could have had that... You could have that poon going on into the aughts.
That would have been great.
Man, hot diggity down.
Looking back on it, I feel I failed myself. Oh well.
You could have had matching Alfa Romeos with your father-in-law right now.
I wonder if he's still got an Alfa. I hope he does.
Try, find her on Facebook.
I am not doing that.
Can I find her on Facebook?
No, I don't even remember her surname.
I can work off her first name.
I remember the Alpha, and I remember playing GoldenEye, and that's about it.
Nice. So, what was the first console that you got then?
First console that I got for myself was when I got to university, and I bought myself a GameCube.
Oh, nice choice.
Yep.
Nice choice. How much did you pay for it?
Probably something like 20 quid.
Second hand, or was it when they were doing the mass cull? Because they're like, this isn't selling.
Oh no,
take them out of our stores.
It was well after they'd finished selling it.
Right.
Yeah.
I was gonna say because I remember when it was coming towards the end of the GameCube lifespan, but it was still in existence, and places like Curry's were just throwing them out. They were just like, look, no, we're not selling any, so get them for 20 quid. And I really wish I'd have got one. Because I would have had 20 quid. That was EMA money at the time.
Yeah.
I could have, I do regret not getting one. Measuring it up, it's probably good for my space that I didn't have one. How many consoles, including PCs, because, they're a gaming unit. Mm-hmm. How many consoles do you think you've had, roughly?
Myself?
Yeah.
I've had the GameCube, which I still have. Mm-hmm. I had my PC, which I got at university, and upgraded and tinkered with for years and years. Yeah. And then my current PC, which I built for the old Gamertron 4000. Yeah. So that comes to 3. And then if you don't count phones.
Nah.
You're a purist. Mobile gaming ain't gaming, is what he's saying.
Yes, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
In the same way that I don't classify a mobile gamer as a gamer. Nobody can turn to me and say, I just love gaming. What do you play? Oh, well.
I'm mostly into Candy Crush now.
Yeah. Like, no. Because there's the studies that, say 87% of people in the world now play video games. And a decent proportion of those are taken up of old people who play solitaire on their Windows XP.
Spider Solitaire, mate.
Solitaire, mate.
Yeah.
Now and again, might play Hearts when you go, I think I get the rules of this. Yeah, I can work with this.
And then you're halfway through, like, what the hell am I doing?
Yeah, and then there's those brave bastards who play a bridge and just go, 3 clubs? Wait, it says I lost and I don't know why.
I don't know how.
I don't understand what's going on. I'm going to close this. And then you've obviously got the people who are like, I play Temple Runner. Oh, it's such a quality video game. Look at the graphics. Oh, I play Angry Birds 4 times a day.
I don't think I've met anybody who has ever said, look at the quality graphics of Temple Runner.
I am, of course, being facetious, as is my wont. But
I don't think anybody's ever tried to sell themselves as a gamer by saying the pro graphics on my iPhone 5 screen.
Indeed. Although Apple do, they will say, look at the new graphics.
Oh yeah, I suppose.
Check out. But then you see, you come to the.
Oh no, I owned a DS as well. Oh, I bought myself a DS.
Nice.
It was a Zelda Special Edition.
Oh, cheeky. But then what I was going to say is you come to the, and this is going to be the title of our 7th album, the Sticky Dichotomy. Oh yeah.
Oh, we do like a good sticky dichotomy.
That on an iPad, a phone, you can obviously now download proper Vidjeo Games. You know, you can get Grand Theft Auto San Andreas on your phone.
Yeah.
You're an idiot for playing it on your phone because the controls horribly and it's terrible and you're wrong. But it's there and it exists.
Look at you be the elitist.
I know. Now, this is where I could be persuaded. But that is where you have to make a distinction that I would consider you a video gamer if all you have is an iPad, but you are playing traditional video games on the device. Like, I downloaded Sonic CD for the iPad. And that is a video game with a terrible control scheme. And if I did nothing else, that is still a video game, and I am therefore a gamer because I'm doing that.
I'm gonna love playing devil's advocate on this one. This is gonna be great. So, what is a proper video game?
Proper video game is one that has been mass released on consoles and computers, PCs, Macs, whatever, with the intention of being used for enjoyment as its primary function and not being solely a cash grab. This is gonna get like this is a debate about video games right now. Its main intention was to be played with joypads, keyboard, mouse,
joysticks.
Joystick. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
If you're gonna bring up something like Hitman Go.
No. I'm thinking there's two directions I can go on this one, and I'm gonna go this way first. So, what about
as the vicar said to the blonde?
As the vicar said to the blonde, first I shall go in this direction, and later we'll try the other one. If you're naughty, running through a wheat field.
She's not blonde.
She's not blonde anymore. Okay, proper gaming.
Proper gaming
can be done on mobile devices.
Correct.
Like phones and tablets.
Correct.
If you're willing to skirt with the emulation gods.
Oh yeah, that'd be absolutely fine.
From your point of view as what is real gaming, not necessarily from the point of view of
because that emulation, its original birthplace was a console or a PC.
Okay. What about games which have gone from mobile platforms to more widespread platforms?
Hashtag filthy casuals, get out my PC gaming master race.
Glorious PCMR.
Yeah, you see, most of them tend to be games like Hitman Go. It's not like you get isometric shooters which are developed for a mobile device first and then ported onto the computer. It tends to be collectible card games, logic puzzles, time-wasting money hogs, such as you can obviously get Angry Birds on PC.
Yes.
And some people may prefer to play it that way, but for me, if you had a gaming PC and all you played were mobile games, I still wouldn't consider you a gamer because their nature doesn't include them being a video game for me.
You filthy elitist. I never thought I'd say this about you.
Yeah.
The guy with the communist tattoos. You are a filthy elitist for video games.
I'm dirty.
You are.
Yeah.
You are above it all. You don't want anybody... You're not in my club because you only play the casual games.
Well, would you consider someone who played Spider Solitaire only a gamer?
I think that the term... You need to define your term. Gamer. What do you mean by that? If you mean someone who plays video games, then yes. If you want to refine it a bit further and say people who play story-driven, interactive games.
Christ, I wouldn't even take it that far. Jesus. So you can't.
See,
people
who
play FIFA would be considered a gamer, and that is not storyline, despite all the modes.
Whoa! People who play FIFA are considered gamers, not filthy casuals.
Not filthy casuals.
Yes, they are.
You can earn money with FIFA.
You can earn money with.
Yes.
Take your pick. You can earn money with.
Yes.
I forgot the word for Angry Birds. Then you can earn money with Angry Birds.
Where?
You can earn, or what about the video games which are things like what's that Arnold Schwarzenegger one? Combat something global war or
something
like that. Or there's the other one. not God of War, something like that. These ones where basically it's basically an RPG where you have a character and a base and you level them up. You can definitely earn money on those, because if you put enough money into them to level up as a character, you can sell that character to other people, or you can sell your services as a character.
I know that you can in something like EVE Online.
It's the same principle, but smaller.
It is the same principle, but I don't know if you could do that.
Why not? All you need to do is create a Gmail account, have that linked to your profile in that game, spend enough time and money to level it up enough, and then advertise it and sell it. As soon as you've sold it, the other person can change the password to log in, and that's it. I
would need to research the T's and C's of Mobile Strike Command Arnold Schwarzenegger Go 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 Go. As well as Kate Upton, where not a lot of clothing advertising game.
That's the one.
Yeah.
They'd probably disagree with it, but people would still be able to do it.
Interesting. But then you're earning money via, if not illegal, then dubious means. Whereas there's no tournaments set up for Mobile Strike Command Arnold Schwarzenegger Go 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 Go. There are
internal tournaments. They have like weekly tournaments internally.
Internal tournaments is what I call it when we're going to try for a baby. Let the internal tournament begin!
Commence the internal tournament. No one may leave until completion.
This is more fun for you than it is for me, isn't it? It is! Swim! Swim!
Until satisfaction is arrived. Yeah.
I can't control them, it's not a video game. You're not a gamer just because you got semen in you.
Well...
Get out of my bed, fucking noob.
So online tournaments is another part of being a gamer.
Well, unfortunately, these days it is.
So what if you play these games that have that option but don't compete online?
Hashtag filthy casual.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I would still, if someone played FIFA offline and that was all they did, I would still consider them a video gamer. Unless they play FIFA on the mobile device, because then you're doing it wrong.
Alright, okay. So we've learned that you have this weird segregated view of the gaming community.
I'm very much in favour of apartheid for video games. You there, 50 casual.
50 casual.
Get behind the barrier. You may not drink my water. Get to the back of the bus. Going back on the original topic,
going back to it.
I was going to be about essentially kind of storage and consumption. So to go back to the amount of consoles, I differ greatly from you because holy hell. So I started with a Mega Drive. Mm-hmm. I also got a Game Boy. I also got a Game Boy Color. I also got a Game Boy Advance.
Oh my god.
Yeah. These are the ones that I didn't pay for myself. I also got a PS1, and it was a toss-up between a PS1 and an N64, but my mum knew an older guy who was a gamer, back when that meant something, and he was one that said, look, N64 is not selling well, it wouldn't be a good idea to get that. And, technically right, I did miss out on a lot of games, but at the same time I do have very small hands. And man, the N64 controller is not a comfortable controller. As anyone who's played one will say.
It's an odd thing to wrap your hands around.
So
send the blonde to the priest.
Moving into ones which I then was able to purchase myself. Oh, I had a PC, but it wasn't a gaming PC, but I did play video games on it. So, Age of Empires, like that was where I developed my love of RTSs. First Age of Empires Gold with all the add-ons. Oh. Sweet mama. If you've never played Age of Empires, that means nothing. But everybody who's got spam those priests to bring back some health. You know, get them monks out. So that was all stuff that I didn't buy. Moving into the era of beginning to buy stuff for myself. PlayStation 2. Original Xbox. Mm-hmm. Back when we could call that the Xbox One.
Back when we didn't need a number.
Yeah. It was
the Xbox.
Xbox. Box of Xbox. Nintendo DS. And then PS3, Xbox 360, and gaming PC, which I have now. I've not made the leap into next gen because I'm honestly done with consoles. I don't think I'll ever get one again. If I was going to... Oh, sorry. PSP. I got a PSP as well. That was a birthday present. I have lost count of how many consoles I had there, but it is minimum 10.
Many.
Yeah. So I've had a vast experience, and that's just the ones I've had. I've had friends who've had SNES, GameCube. Oh, I've had a Wii as well. Jesus Christ, I've had a Wii. I completely forgot I had that.
I had a Wii for a little while, actually.
Yeah, mine is sitting in a box at the minute. Yeah, right. I don't think I'm glossing over any other consoles I've had. God, what else did I have? N64, Dreamcast, NES,
Casting your dreams.
Master System. Vast experience of playing many games, and now it's that thing of time where, as you're growing older, you have more money but less time. So it's the it's the chart of the line where money is going up and time is gradually going down, and there's some kind of sweet spot, probably beginning of university time-ish, where you're like, right, I've got a lot of time on my hands, I've got Final Fantasy 12, I'm going to sink a lot of time into this because fuck lectures. And then after that, it's all. I say that I was unemployed for 3 years. I had plenty of time. I really should have done more gaming. So now, I have more games than I've ever had before, both physical and downloaded. And I will maybe get 2 hours a week, if that, to even try and fit a video game in. Now it has become so easy and affordable to get a game, whereas before, certainly when it was Mega Drive time.
Yeah.
I know that heading way back into the earlier 80s, people used to be able to get cassette tapes for their Ataris and Amstrads and Sinclairs at Boots for £4, £5 that were homebrew games that were just, put out there. Whereas now, everything is either on disc with a ton of locked stuff behind paywalls, or it's very easily downloaded for very cheap off of Steam or Good Old Games. Or
the old Humble Bundle.
Yeah, exactly. And it is that weird thing. A lot of people nowadays might complain about priced consoles, priced video games, but when you look back, the starting price of the PlayStation 3 originally was £600.
Yeah.
That is a ridiculous price point for something which would eventually will go on to break, as we find out.
Yeah,
I don't think I've ever seen a 60GB PS3 live.
I tested one today. I was like, it works for now.
Yeah. Oh, you have PS2 backwards compatibility. This one.
I made sure to be ultra harsh, and it's like, right, not only a PS2 game on a blue disc.
You harsh bastard.
Yep.
Let's put time splitters in there. See what it can do.
That hand action with the times. Let's put time splitters in there. So glad that they couldn't see that.
Yeah. I also have an issue with VR.
Have you tried any?
Not properly. Very, very sparsely. Have you had the chance to properly do it?
Not VR, but... Oh, the gaming. No. I've had a chance to do it. I just thought you wanted me to brag about me. There was this one occasion.
Olaf, you're a pillaging Viking. You've done it lots. Don't be silly.
You're dang right.
I cannot get out of this bath. Bring your vagina to me.
Bring me the vanquished wenches. So I've not had the opportunity to dabble with the old goggle gaming.
Yeah, I just feel nothing that is put out there interests me to the point where I would go, wow, yeah, I really want to give that a go. And I consider it the exact same as 3D. It is just for me a gimmick. And as soon as 3D started coming back in, I said it was going to die, and it is dying a harsh death.
There's a couple of reasons for that, though.
Go.
There's basically only one way to get it.
Yep.
And that's with one specific... not one specific, with Nintendo. With the 3DS and the 3DS XL and that kind of thing.
Yep.
There are 3D games that you can buy for PC, or games that you can play in 3D on PC and PS3.
Yep.
But you need 3D screens as well.
Yep.
And those are more expensive, and so people don't want to go for them.
Yep.
Plus, it costs more to develop them.
Yeah, you've also got to wear your wanker glasses.
True.
Yeah. But even in cinema, a lot of...
Oh, fuck that.
A lot of movies were given forced 3D because, 3D is big. Oh, if we put it out in 3D, we'll make even more money because we can charge an extra £4.
Yeah.
And the amount of 3D films now is just dwindling because it is nothing but a gimmick. I've never seen what 3D added. If it's something like, I remember the Muppets experience, in Florida. I think it was at Universal Studios when they still owned the rights to it. I'm pretty sure it wasn't at Disney. And that was a 3D experience, and that made sense. Because the idea is that it's not meant to be interactive, but you're meant to feel like it's interactive.
Right.
And it's an experience.
Right. I think I would agree with you here. I think 3D works when it's it's a part of the interactive experience.
Yeah. Whereas if you've got, I think, was it Avatar, The Last Airbender film, old M. Night Shyamalan, ding, 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 dong.
Don't tell me that was in 3D.
I'm sure I remember that was in 3D,
God.
but it was the Force 3D. So you've got the two different kinds. You've got the proper 3D, as it were, where things will actually physically come out of the screen at you, and it's intended as such. So something like Dread 3D, where it's got all the slow motion of a bullet coming
it comes straight at the camera.
straight, and that it makes sense, but you've then got the problem that you're also filming it in non-3D, and everyone can then go, well, that's just a hokey 3D effect. You're not doing that to add to a story. You're doing that to impress someone in a cinema. Whereas then you've got the Force 3D, which is essentially what the Nintendo 3DS is, where rather than images coming forward, it pushes images back. So it gives a sense of depth where it doesn't really exist. And that's what they did with a lot of films, which I don't think has helped anything. So rather than having specifically filming for a 3D experience, they've shot the film and then they've gone, right, we need to make more money in this film, put 3D in it, and just make it force the perspective. And then, the 3D coming out of the thing, it is a gimmick, but it's what makes people want to see 3D films more. Doing the force perspective, you've got nothing there that is is coming out of the screen at you. You've got a sense of depth and not closeness, as it were. Nothing is coming towards you and making you feel like you're part of it.
Right. Okay.
And that's, I just feel VR will go the same way. There's just been so much money pumped into trying to develop this, and you got the HoloLens, which is just taking forever to come out, and you had bloody Microsoft Glass, which was involved at one point, which is now dead in the water, and they've gotten rid of it. And you've got the PSVR, which only works with one very specific Sony PlayStation 4 console.
No, it's not true.
I thought that only worked with the PS4 Pro.
No, it works with the PS4.
Does it?
You can use it with the standard PS4.
How? Yes, I thought it was intended solely for the PS4 Pro, because that was what the extra processing power was for.
I think that the Pro makes it better, but I'm pretty sure it'll work with any PS4. I will look it up now.
To the Google.
To the Google!
And it's why I like Nintendo, for the fact that they're just avoiding that. Nintendo don't really seem to want to get involved in that particular, let's put a really big clunky experience on your head, like HTC.
Yeah.
Like HTC Vive and Oculus. They're all similar ideas to get to the same point. I just don't. I also don't like with the Sony PSVR, and I think it's with the Vive, isn't it? Where you've got the two nunchucks essentially. You've got the two sticks.
There you can get additional controller units. Yeah.
Where that is how you're then controlling things. And is it the Vive that you've got to have the two sensors in the room?
So with the PSVR, and yes, it works with any PS4, you need to have, as well as having the headset, you also need to have the old school PS... You need a PS4 camera.
Yeah.
They've got a new one of those.
Yeah.
But you use the PlayStation Move controllers.
Yeah.
Do you remember those?
Yeah.
And those are basically your controllers in game.
Yeah.
In the Vive setup, you have they call them lighthouses. They're like sensors that you place in corners of your room.
Yeah.
And they can see what's going on.
Yeah.
The Oculus Rift have got handheld controllers as well, separate hand controllers.
Yeah.
The Vive now have those as well. They've got separate ones for the Vive as well now.
And it just seems an awful lot of expensive equipment for what at the minute are half-hour games and a Star Trek game.
I agree with you. The barrier, like the cost barrier to entry, is really high. Like if you already own a PS4, you still then need to spend almost twice as much again on the equipment you'd need to play the VR games.
Yeah.
And if you don't, then you've still got to factor in another £300 or so for a console. If you've not got a PC powerful enough to play the Vive or Oculus games, then good luck to you. You're spending $1,500 easy on a setup for that. plus then the space requirements for them.
Yeah.
It's all getting a little bit much. Now, like you said earlier, you don't know about an experience that you think would be good in VR, or that you've wanted.
Not one that has been created. I can think of plenty that would be great in VR, but they've just not got down that road.
Okay, I will tell you a little story.
Story time.
Story time. Olaf bath time.
Come, little children.
Come, gather around. No splashing.
Don't move the submarine.
Leave the bubbles. So I have a semi-regular with my dealio with some friends of mine. We have a rum day every now and then.
Yeah.
We'll book a day off work. We'll get a bottle of rum. We'll go for breakfast in a pub. Then we'll get back to someone's house, play video games, and drink rum. It's freaking great. Lads. So most recently we had a rum day where we were playing the new Resi on Xbox, Resident Evil 7.
Yes.
And they've gone to a little bit of a weirder place because normally Resident Evil is a third person perspective. Yep. This one's a first person, and they've gone right back to the kind of survival horror roots.
Yeah. Hey, let's actually make this a horror game.
And oh my god, it makes you shit yourself.
Yeah.
And I can imagine playing that on the PSVR would be awesome.
A lot of people do say that is kind of the maker of it because
you have to replace all of your trousers.
Yeah. Because it's been developed almost to be a great experience on both.
Yeah.
And that is what makes sense. Don't solely devote all your time, like with 3D. Don't devote your time to making a 3D film. Don't devote your time to making a VR game. Devote yourself to making a film and a game that works really well with both.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Obviously, no technology develops itself without first being bought. The Dreamcast died a death, but it essentially instituted modern online gaming that we have now. Mm-hmm. If it had gone the other way, you wouldn't be hearing about Xbox Live or PlayStation Network or whatever the fuck Nintendo have these days. I just don't even know.
They don't even have one yet. For the Switch. The Switch doesn't even have one yet, but it's launching later this year.
It's coming. We swear. It's coming.
Online gaming. You can play all of your favourite NES games as well.
Yeah, what you can do is you can pay a subscription fee and you can't download the games, but you can play them.
And you can borrow it for a month.
Yeah, we might take them off the store and then you don't have anything to show for it, but
Nintendo, they know how to rinse money out of people.
Yeah. If they didn't make such fucking quality games, I'd hate them so much more.
True.
God damn it. Oh, god damn you, Nintendo. What was I saying? I was saying something.
We were talking about VR.
Yeah. Right.
Like if
yes.
people don't buy it, then the companies
there's obviously there's no funding for it, so a company will look negatively on it, and that at the same time stifles creativity. And it's finding that middle point, which 3D obviously never found. The companies never decided to make it cheap enough where it would become a commodity. And you've also, as with 3D and with VR, you've got people who are motion sick and they can't handle being in that kind of experience. So you're immediately losing a decent chunk of people. There's probably more people that are going to get motion sickness in VR and 3D than say epileptic, and so something like Call of Duty with flashbangs and stuff is going to set them off. There's probably a greater degree of people who are going to have a negative experience with a sensory game rather than just a straight on-screen game. So you're losing a lot of impetus to even try there as well. But that's just my opinion.
I really like the idea for VR.
I really like lunch.
I like lunch. I like the idea for VR. I want it to succeed. I also don't have the money to be an early adopter and suffer through all of these terrible first party experiences. But I really want the studios to invest in it and make amazing experiences for people to go and enjoy.
That's it. It's the We Dilemma, title of our 12th album.
Yeah.
Where
that's the title of our Scottish album, surely. It's the We Dilemma.
That's the title of the album that we play in the bathrooms, the We Dilemma. So, the Wii was out of left field. It had a totally different control scheme, and there were some brilliant games for it.
Yeah.
Zack and Wiki. You could do point-and-click adventures like Sam and Max. Little King's Story, where you didn't really... It could have been played on a pad, but they found ways of making it work. But their downfall was they had what in the industry term would be called shovelware, which is just third parties creating quick cannon fodder games, get it out there, make money. And that is where I fear that VR would go. They're just going to look for this thing like, well, we just make a first-person game that's really quick and easy to make, and we just bung it on VR. And there we are, that's it. That's all we need to do. And that is what we'll see fall down.
I think that the development costs for a VR title on any platform are significantly higher than they were for Nintendo's, for the Wii.
Oh no, I don't doubt that, but it would be the repurposing thing. So, just like with 3D, where it's like, right, you've made a film, force of perspective. It would not be, right, you made a first-person shooter, let's put it on VR. And rather than solely devoting it to VR, so having to build a system from the ground up, they would cannibalise other aspects so they can say, well, we just need to make it functional to the level where it can be played. And if not, we'll release a software update, we'll release a patch later on, and that'll make it playable.
Okay,
just to try and make money from it that way.
I think that might happen.
Yeah.
I think.
What they could maybe benefit from, if you were going to do that similar kind of thing, would be to do it on games which would benefit from the system, such as something like a Fallout or a Skyrim.
Yeah.
Where it would make sense because...
Open world, free roaming maps.
Yeah, exactly. Again, though, just make sure you've got a lot of room in your house because you're going to be swinging.
Well, this is the other thing then. How are you going to control... First-person characters work okay, but moving a first-person character works best with a traditional controller.
Yeah.
Like a gamepad kind of thing. Whereas I suppose you could do it if you've got like walking controllers on your control sticks that you're holding in your hands. But it would feel more natural, I think. That's the
thing is, you then have to implement a treadmill, which...
There is one.
Yeah.
I don't know, have you seen this?
I don't think I have.
There's a guy's developed, for VR specifically,
right,
basically a octagonal treadmill, which you stand in the middle of this frame.
Yeah, I have seen this.
You can walk in different directions, and he's got cameras set up around the room so he knows which way you're facing in the virtual reality.
Yeah. Oh, the future.
The future.
We are in you.
I know.
And it's troubling.
We're in you. And I'm not quite sure what I'm doing, but it feels pretty good at the moment. But I'm hoping it'll get better later on in time once we kind of experience a bit more.
Yeah, I mean, at first, it's all just kind of a really quick experience. And, you know, this is my first time. I've never had it before. But I'm sure that, you know, as I get used to it, the games will get longer. I'm
pretty sure that, at first...
I'll get better at it.
The first touch into the future, you feel a bit like... What am I doing? Oh my god, I'm not quite sure. But confidence develops over time.
Things learned in this cast. I am a horrible man.
You are a horrible elitist.
We are
when it comes to gaming. Where is your socialist attitude now, eh?
Filthy fucking casuals. You play Dark Souls, you get good, or you get out.
Wow.
The thing is, I wouldn't even consider myself a really good gamer either. I've tried playing Dark Souls, and I just got in a huff with it after about half an hour. I was like, no, I'm not fucking doing it anymore.
We're gonna fucking do your grinding.
Yeah. No!
I don't want to do this!
I want the fucking easy mode, I just want to know the story. I just like kicking back with a nice open RPG. Like, I've completed all the Mass Effects.
Just wandering around collecting bottle caps.
Oh, love bottle cap collection. Love to go around a Nordic area, yell at people so they fly off a cliff.
Yell at them until their brains explode.
Yeah. Old fussy dodo rara. Fatum. Fatum.
And then they pop.
But yeah, if you do enjoy video games on tablets and mobile devices, what we've ascertained is you're wrong. You are wrong.
Oh my god.
Stop it, you are wrong.
No, they're not wrong. Maybe just they're a gateway. All right, they're a gateway drug.
They're a gateway drug
to
better
to more
things.
hardcore kind of experiences.
To more addictive games. Games where you can actually fucking play them. Honestly, I when they announced that Grand Theft Auto 3 was coming out for Apple, I was just like, how will that even work? You've got the directional buttons, and okay, you can map 8 points. You can effectively make that into a...
And moving around the screen.
You can make that into a joystick.
Yep.
Right, you've got that. You've then got... Obviously, there's 4 buttons. Mm-hmm. So you've got your get in the car, you've got your jump, You've got your sprint / dash, and you've got your melee attack, I think it was, or fire weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Then what the fuck do you do with your shoulder buttons? Where are they? Where are they on an iPad? Like, it's...
On an iPad, it would be bad, but can you imagine on a phone?
Yeah.
The whole screen is taken up with buttons, and you
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Playing some games on your phone where the controls are on the screens is just... you can't do it.
Mm.
You're just covering up the game you're trying to play.
Yeah. It ruins the experience. Anyway, enough from us.
Yeah, that's enough, I think.
Let's have one last paid advert. Who is it this week? Oh, it's Ted Danson's Screamathon.
Yeah, we're not going to scream into the mic, are we?
Well, I'm not. I'm not, but if you excuse me while I get the Vaseline, you will. Anyway.
That's what you think. I've been handing around actors for a good long while.
My anus can be penetrated by no man. As soon as I hear a line of Shakespeare, whoop! Tight. Tight as a tuppence. Well, no, not tuppence. We'll get back to you on that. Anyway, thanks for listening. Don't know why you did it. Bye.
More fool you.
You still play Call of Duty? So typical.
At least I still don't play Shadow the Hedgehog.
Hey! This game is a classic. You filthy fucking casual.